A little while back, this channel hit 1,000 subs. And to celebrate, I held a giveaway raffle so that one random viewer could win a free piece of art. Well, I've since rolled the winner and finished the art for them, and I'd like to show you what I made and how it was done. For their prize, the winner requested a full body of one of their personal characters. This fella, actually. He was described to me as being a sweet, non-confrontational little guy who also just so happens to be papa to a small little creature who he would defend with his life. So cute. I cry. For their drawing, they let me have a bit of liberty with the posing and expression, so long as what I made matched the vibe of the character. And so I set to work sketching up an idea. Vashira happily holding his little monster son, who I really didn't have to draw. This was supposed to be a one-character piece, but I just couldn't resist. Look at how cute they are! What a happy little family! They really have that, "Don't talk to me or my tiny son again," kind of energy. I've got my instructions, the piece is simple, and I'm setting to work. Now that's all fine and good and all. That's great. And you would think, okay, we're making good progress, right? But here's where the problems come in. I swear to God, as I was working on this sketch, some evil demon was fighting with me from the pits of my soul and eating away at my brain. Or something. I just could not for the life of me figure out how the heck I wanted to draw this idea. I tried to think of something, anything, and there was nothing. Picture just a blank emptiness. A vast and endless void through which no light can travel. That was my brain. Fucking no thoughts, head empty looking ass. In fact, it was so bad that I wound up forcing myself to sketch out this entire drawing, and when I'd finished, it felt so wrong, but for the life of me, I couldn't place my finger on exactly why. I mean, the character details were largely there, the basics were down, but it was just so goddamn boring and not satisfying to look at. And I mean, sometimes this happens, especially when I'm going through a particularly bad bout of art block. No matter what I try, nothing comes out looking right to me, even if to everyone else it looks perfectly fine. It's just me struggling, I guess. And bless my friends, I have the most supportive group of lovely people telling me it looked fine, it looked nice, and that the winner would love it. And so I went ahead and sent it off. But I'm telling you, this goddamn image stuck in my head all night after I sent it. And when I woke up the next morning and opened up that canvas again, I just could not bring myself to continue. So I scrapped it. I spent the entire day puzzling over what to do when inspiration finally struck. And I wound up sketching a brand new version of the same image with a slightly different pose that I felt was much more lively. Now, I'm not telling you guys any of this to complain, and I really don't want it to sound like I'm whining about having to make this image. I'm not. I actually really wanted to draw this picture. The characters were super cute and right up my alley. I saw a little dragon guy with a hognose-shaped snoot and I freaking lost it. I was so excited. I think what I'm honestly trying to get at here is that I just really wanted to make something good. Something that would make the prize feel worthwhile. And it had to be perfect. After all, it was going to a king. The true Noodle King. But jokes aside, I just wanted to be able to give them something that would make them happy to have won, and that would leave me feeling proud to have been able to create for them. And I think I got that on the second go-around. I sent it off, waited for their reply, and when I was given the go-ahead, I set to work finalizing the second version of this sketch. Now, I don't know if I've done a good job at conveying just how much fun this character actually was to draw. You see, back in my day, I was a bit of a dragon aficionado myself, if you would believe it. I had books out the wazoo that talked about dragons, dragon habitats, how to draw dragons, different kinds of dragons, all that stuff. You might have heard of horse girls? Well, that was absolutely me, but also with dragons. Now, I'm not a dragon purist or anything, alright? You show me a picture of a drake, a wyvern, an Asian lung, whatever this is, and I'll tell you, yeah, those are all dragons. I'm more of an all toads are frogs, but not all frogs are toads kind of person. Dragons come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and so long as it loosely fits the criteria and, vaguely fits under the umbrella term of dragon, then if you say it's a dragon, heck, I'll allow it. I don't know why the idea of a flesh dragon made out of the body parts of multiple different living beings just came to mind, but I mean, if it's dragon-shaped or breathes some kind of elemental breath, why the heck not? They're most definitely not like the classic true dragons, but I don't necessarily think they should be excluded. They're cool. They can stay. Anyway, all of this to say that these guys, if you're a fan of the game series, have designs that are probably very obviously both derived from Monster Hunter. And that's kind of the point, I would assume. I was told they were made for a Monster Hunter-based D&D campaign, and I think that's pretty sick. But we all know that some of those Monster Hunter guys are literally just big dragons. Big, cool, wildly designed dragons. And so, while I've never played Monster Hunter myself, of course I would want to draw them. The dragon lover buried not so deep inside of me was itching for a chance to be free. And I say buried, but really they never left. They've been here all along. Anyway, I get this guy and his little son all colored, I add in the finishing touches, and then just like that, I'm done. The final piece for the wonderful Noodle King. Thanks for bearing with me and all my crazy edits. And congratulations one last time. I really hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who have stuck around and watched this far, I'm thinking about doing another one of these when we hit our next big milestone. Maybe around 2.5k subs, I think? Something a little more challenging. We'll see how long it takes to get there. I'll have to come up with something good to do by then. I've also recently been debating the idea of doing a Pokemon Emerald or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon run for the heck of it. I don't know if you guys are only interested in seeing the art side of things, but I'd likely still be drawing alongside it just for fun if I did. I keep thinking about doodling my adventure as I replay some of my favorite games. It sounds challenging, but satisfying. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, and I learned a cool magic trick I'd like to share with you if you're not full screen. Check this out. I can make the little buttons at the bottom light up by saying the magic words. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Did it work? Did it do it? If it did, you gotta push them now. I just showed you actual magic. If it didn't, I don't know, maybe I'm not powerful enough yet. You should push them anyway to help me charge my crystals. Anyway, stick around for the next video when I'll be eating an entire dragon live on camera. Be sure to drink plenty of water because you know what they say, there's no sensation like hydration. And I'll see you next time.